Hey, Curt Hennig fans. Hello and welcome to another episode of Curt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. I am your host, Steph. This is episode 24. Today on our Perfect Podcast, we are going to watch along to Curt's match with the big Bossman at WrestleMania 7. I believe this was when Curt had hurt his back. So this match does end in a DQ because of the Barbarian's interference. Andre also gets involved, but was limited in what he could do, as by this time, he wasn't wrestling anymore. We have reached another milestone of 300 subs. So I have another question that was asked, which was from the username Earl of Laurel. His question was, what was Mr. Perfect's favorite color? That is a perfect question. I will answer in the next segment. But before we start, please join me on my YouTube and Rumble channels where if you like what you hear, you can subscribe, comment, like, and share so we can grow these channels. The links for both will be in the description field below this video. I have a new theme song. Of course, because of copyright reasons, I will only be able to show it at the beginning of my episode on Rumble. So to see this special Rumble exclusive, check out my link for my Rumble channel in the description field below this video. Please check it out today. I would like to give a shout out and a thank you to my paid patron supporter Charlie Brown Politics. Thank you, Charlie Brown, for your support. If you too would like to support my channel for as low as $1 a month, please click the link in the description field below this video to become a paid patron supporter. You will get your name read on the show. For $3 a month, you will get your name read on the show, and you get to ask me a question, which I will read and answer. For $5 a month, you get all this plus an exclusive behind the scenes of how I do my show and a blooper reel, because I screw up a lot. For $10, you get all this and access to a live patron show where you get to learn more about me. So please click the link in the description field below this video to sign up today. We have reached our next milestone. We have reached 300 subscribers on YouTube. Please help me reach my next milestone and get 400 subscribers. Please also help me to reach 100 Rumble followers. All links will be in the description field below this video. You can now follow me on Locals for free. If you would like to support the show, you can for just $2 a month on Locals. Thank you for your support. Okay guys, we're back. So, the question that was asked was what was Mr. Perfect's favorite color? I don't particularly think he talked about this, but I mean I could guess just from the color of his singlets were mostly like blue and black. Sometimes they were like yellow. Like I said, I would tease him about that. You know, you have black and yellow on, so you have Steeler colors. But that would be my explanation of, you know, what his favorite color is. Like I said, he really didn't really specify. But like I said, the colors that he usually wore were darker colors. He would wear some like lighter colors sometimes. Like I said, the really bright yellow, sometimes a salmon color. He would wear a salmon color. But even through much of WCW and even, you know, WWF, when he went back in WWE, he mostly wore like blues, you know, greens and blacks. So I would probably say, like, because my favorite color is green, black, blue, in that order. So, what is his favorite color? I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. I mean, even his tights, were mostly like black and blue. He did wear red sometimes in early WWF, when he first came in, he would wear like red tights sometimes. So, I think it varied, whatever he was kind of feeling in that day, but mostly he wore dark colors, so I would say his favorite color was probably more the darker colors. Yeah, so that would be my guess, is that he probably he liked darker colors, but he would wear, you know, like bright yellow, or like a really bright green sometimes. of course, in WCW, he wore the NWO colors, so black and white. And then when he was in the Wolfpack, red and black. So I would think more the darker side of things is more his style, because I know he wore these smaller tights in AWA, and they were usually like black with white on it. I know in '86 he had black tights with like a green stripe. Portland, I think he would dress for whatever he could. Sometimes his tights were black, sometimes they were red, sometimes they were white. So, I think he just kind of went with whatever he was in the mood for. So, but that was a great question. It made me think a little bit, and just base it off his tights, because he never really kind of said what his real, favorite color was in any of the interviews I've seen with him. So, unfortunately, I just have to go by that. But I definitely think it would be black, probably blue or green, any of the darker colors that he had on. The Mr. Perfect suit was mostly black with a little bit of white, and then he would just pick a tie, I guess. So who knows? It is one of the great mysteries. If we could ask him, he probably would say just, black, green, maybe a salmon color, So today, guys, we're going to be talking about WrestleMania 7. As WrestleMania is coming up, it is the 14th, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. I will be talking to my man later. Obviously we don't talk while I'm recording, but, just to let you know that, it is Valentine's Day when I'm recording this. So to all you lovers out there who found your soulmate, like I did, congratulations, and, hold on tight to them, because you never know what tomorrow might bring. Anyway, so WrestleMania 7. What can I say about this? Before we get into like the promos, we're going to do the promos first. Big Bossman is first. And then of course, Curt is next. And this kind of just happened after, WrestleMania 7, was after the Rodney King thing. So, in pop culture or in current events, the Rodney King, thing had just, riot or whatever of, what the police did. It had just occurred. So if you hear Bobby's, his, little spiel is about the Rodney King thing, he just doesn't name it. So, and of course, Curt, also made some comments about it. It literally had just happened, like in January, I think. So January of 91, around the Royal Rumble time, it probably had just, a little after the Royal Rumble, but it had probably just happened. And what a perfect, match to have when that had just occurred in 91, to be against the Big Boss Man, who was, the authority figure, and he, it was, screw authority, right? But also Bobby Heenan had been making comments about the Big Boss Man's mom. So they will go into comments about that. And I just think that, it is what it is, and it just kind of happened. It had just happened. So it just previously happened. I love the promos. I love the match, except for I think that Mr. Perfect was hurt. I do believe Curt had messed up his back. And, that's why this match kind of ends in a DQ, with the Barbarian coming out. And of course you have Andre coming out too. So Andre comes out. But, what's really cool about this is you will see in the video, well, if you watch along, which I hope you do, with me, and you're watching on your own Peacock, that Curt mouths the words, F you, boss man. Okay. Only he says the real word. Okay. You have to look real close. If you're good at reading lips, you can usually, tell what they're saying. This would be a perfect, no pun intended, would be a perfect time to test your lip reading skills. It's just something that kind of made me laugh about it, like, oh, it's probably an inside joke between those two. Or maybe he just wanted to say it because he was cool, Curt was cool like that, he could say things or mouth sing things that, I think were probably scripted out, but, it's still something that, like I said, the wrestlers, they all swear like sailors. Get a bunch of guys together and what happens, just like I said with Kit and Angel, guys are going to be guys. They're all going to swear and spit and be guys, That's how it is. That's why we love them, right, women? We love our guys. They're just guys. and don't hold that against them for being men. Men are men. Let them be men. Right? So I think that, there's a lot going on this match, only because Curt had the belt and I just don't think he could wrestle as long. So this may be a shorter match, but because Andre comes down and kind of hits Curt, so Curt takes a bump for Andre. I think it's kind of like a middle, like maybe 5-10 minute match. So I'm hoping that I can make this a little bit of a longer, show, but, probably will be middle card. But then when I put it together, it'll probably like over an hour. So, but there's a lot of stuff I could say about this match other than, it kind of was later in the show for WrestleMania. So I'm so sorry. So when you actually get to, when you actually get to hear the match and stuff, it's just something that I think that, Curt didn't come on till it was much later, so, they went on later and, they weren't the main event, but, they were kind of like in the middle of the show. So I think for Curt that might have been a little better for him. I'm hoping that was better for him. Cause usually he was like the first or second match or he'd be the third or fourth match. But to be in the middle is kind of, you're halfway there. But if you remember guys, he also was trying to be pushed, and they kind of stopped that in 1990 for reasons we've already said. Certain people with blonde hair, that doesn't work for me, brother, kind of said that, Curt wasn't in his league, which is not true. Curt was beyond his league. So, and of course, because Curt had hurt his back, there was very limited things he could do. So I think, he probably wanted to go longer in this match. And there's no telling, in this match, if you listen to it, and we're going to watch along to it, but it just seemed like he wanted to go longer. And I don't know if he had the capability to do so. I'm hoping he did, but, I just think that his back was hurt by this time. I'm not really sure when he hurt his back, but this is like March, April. And then, he wasn't, you see him kind of disappear for a little while, like you said in the documentary, or like Brett would say, he had hurt his back really bad. So, there's not a lot he could do, but if you hear Curt always say it, it's always, oh, well, I couldn't even have my third beer or whatever. Curt always trying to laugh it off and trying to, he stuck through it. He got through it. He stuck with it and he gave the fans an amazing match at SummerSlam 1991. So I give the devil his due. He really, really stuck it out and tried to do his best with it. I just think that, you know, this match is something to definitely behold. Even though it does end in a DQ, I don't think it should have ended that way. I think we should have had a clear-cut winner. But again, I think it just goes back to the whole thing of Curt had messed up his back and it just wasn't a good thing. So he needed some time to rest it, which is why he kind of disappeared after WrestleMania. He had like maybe 1 or 2 more matches and then it was just like promos. And unfortunately, I just think that he had to rest it. I mean, at least to give, Bret Hart a good match. And like I said, that match was superb. Alright guys, so I answered your questions. I am going to go ahead and get everything ready and I will definitely catch you on the flip side. Okay guys, we're back. I have it all ready here. So if you don't mind going to your Peacock, WrestleMania 7 will be in Season 7, of course. Season 7, Episode 1, because there's only one WrestleMania 7. We're starting at 2 hours, 7 minutes, and I believe 18 seconds. So when I hit press play, there's going to be a little bit of music, so I'm going to try to talk over it. There's really nothing I can do. What we're going to do is going to go into the first promo, and we're actually going to do it all the same. If there's any music, unfortunately, I will have to lower it, just for copyright reasons, to make sure that the YouTube gods are appeased. But we're going to go into the first one with the Bossman, and then, of course, Curt is next. So we will see the promos, and then we will definitely go for the match, okay? So hit play now. All right.
This time, most assuredly, a champion of justice, and by the time this day is over, he could be the Intercontinental Champion here in the World Wrestling Federation. I'm talking about the Big Boss Man.
That's right, Mean Gene. Bobby Heenan and Mr. Perfect's World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Championship belt is on the line, and I will be champion when it's all said and done. But more importantly, for Bobby Heenan and Mr. Perfect, are days and weeks and months of insults. Insults hurt my mama's feelings. When you hurt my mama's feelings, you hurt mine.
I'm so sorry.
Bobby Heenan, you threw family member after family member in front of the path of the Big Boss Man. And what happened? I mowed them all down. All but one man. And that's your most prized possession. Mr. Perfect. Bottom line is, WrestleMania 7. Mr. Perfect, you have to step in the ring with me. No more chances for appeal. Stay of executions are up. You're going to make it. In WrestleMania 7, a perfect example that crime does not pay.
And with a great deal of conviction from the Big Boss Man, standing by right now, let's hear from Sean Mooney. Thank you, Gene. Joining me, the Intercontinental Champion,
Hello,
Mr.
Curt.
Perfect, and his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
You know,
Gentlemen,
Shorty, here we are in
Shorty.
sunny California, Los Angeles to be exact. And you've probably been reading in the papers and everybody's been seeing on TV. This is the home of the great LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department. And you've all seen what transpired out here about how some little hammer-nagger was hiding in the bushes with his little home video camera, and he happened upon this incident and took the pictures of it. Well, I've got a treat for you.
Yeah, he's talking about the Rodney King thing.
I'm going to give it to you for zip. All you got to do is get off that rented sofa with the spring sticking up, go over and push your VCR button on play. We'll furnish the cameraman, and then you can see our brand of justice, the way Mr. Perfect is going to dish it out to that Barney Fife, the Big Boss Man. And I will guarantee you this, that you will not find Mr. Perfect on his back giving the Big Boss Man 56 free swipes at me, Boss Man. Because I'm cool. I'm the Intercontinental Champion. I'm cool as a cat, Boss Man. Most people in my position might be on edge, thinking they've got to climb into the ring with a 300-pound maniac. Well, Big Boss Man, I'm the champion, Intercontinental Champion. I have all the tools tools it takes to be a champion. I have Bobby the Brain Heenan in my corner. I have the right body. I have the right looks. I have the ability. I am what I say I am. I say I'm
Perfect.
They're saying it. There's only one. They're looking. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah. I love that one. But yes, that was, because of, the Rodney King thing. Now, I am going to turn this down because they do have music. I will try to talk right through it because I don't want any dead air. But here comes the Bossman. So they're going to do entrances, and as soon as I think the music is off, I will go ahead and turn it back up. But this was a good match. Like I said, the Rodney King thing had just happened. So when this came out, I'm pretty sure I was probably about almost 5 years old. So we have Bossman in the ring. He's waiting for Mr. Perfect. Of course, Mr. Perfect's music is playing, but again, I'm not going to turn it up yet. Mr. Perfect was, perfect. And he was the perfect Intercontinental Champion. And like I said to Earl of Laurel, I just think that his favorite colors were darker colors because this is kind of a light blue. On the back, he does have black. So, I think there are more darker colors that were more his favorite colors just from the look of his singlets or his tights, even when he had the shorter tights. He looks great. He looks really, really good. Let's turn it up. Oh, nope. Still got the music going. Now, I want you to watch Curt's lips here when he throws the towel at Bossman. Bossman wipes his behind with it and then throws it back in Curt's face. All right, here we go. Now watch Curt's face and watch his lips. F you, Bossman. I love that. You're like a little trash talking, Oh, how do you like them apples, huh? Yes, he has black on here on the back, and then like blue on the rest, so. The blue is like, it's a light blue. It's not like a dark blue or anything, but. Not the hair. Oh, missed. Oops. Ouch. Oh, watch the back. Ouch.
Earlier on, Your Lordship, I hope you were at a vantage point where you could see what transpired between the big career-ending match between the Ultimate Warrior and the Macho Man Randy Savage, and what transpired at the end.
Yeah, I remember the whole Liz and Randy thing when they got back together. It's the only thing I really do remember from WrestleMania 7.
Right now, Mr. Perfect, reigning Intercontinental Champion, having his way with the big boss man. Oh, nice reversal.
Not the back. Not the back.
It's Mr. Perfect. Confidence just oozing out of the
Oh no. Oh, not the back. He whipped him. Oh my gosh.
not doing anything at the moment, and the brain's screaming at him.
Ooh, boy, that had to hurt. How do you like it? Oh. Yeah, how do you like it? Ouch. Oh, gorilla. Oh, because he couldn't keep his big mouth shut. I'm helping you, dummy. Oh, no thank you. That looks like so much fun. That little snapmare he does. Perfect plex. But I think he kicks out. No, not the back. No way. Backward snap, and a backward running snapmare. Get up there quick, honey. Oh, see, I don't like arrow moves like that. Just watch the back, please. Ouch. But Curt always did that move. I love it when Hennig kicks. There's a fan who goes, hey, 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 hey! Don't touch him! Oh, here comes Andre. Whoops. Bobby, I think you better run, honey. Takes a bump for Andre. Andre's just stalking him. He kicked out, and here comes Barbarian and Haku. He takes another bump for Andre, I think. He just kind of goes out, and Andre's there, and Andre grabs him. Oh, not the back. Ouch. Well, hey, Curt still has his belt, so there's that. I'm going to turn this down because of copyright reasons. And the end of this is just, Andre's walking out, and Bossman literally, stops him, makes him come back to the ring. So we're gonna hit pause, guys, because, pretty much Curt's not in this anymore. And, that was a great match, I think, in my eyes anyway. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything away, and I will catch you on the flip side. Okay, guys, we're back. So, what can I say about this match other than it was kind of like almost Curt's last match before, he had that back injury, and unfortunately he just, wasn't able to wrestle as much. I just think that if he hadn't have hurt his back, that match would have ended differently, and it probably would have had a clear-cut winner. But all in all, I thought it was a good match. I think it was good for not only Bossman, but for Curt. And, it had stemmed from the fact of that, Bobby Heenan had been calling, the Big Boss Man's mother names. And of course, that's why he says, that hurts my mama's feelings. The only thing I will say about when Curt says, you won't get 50 free swipes at me, boss man, I kept thinking, well, you're not African American. So, so I don't think you have to worry about that, Mr. Perfect Dear, because you're not African American. But that's just a very, interesting promo, I think, that he did about the Rodney King thing, because, like I said, that had just happened in January. So I think that him doing a promo about it was kind of interesting, his kind of take on the whole Rodney King thing. And I'm sure Curt would say in real life that it wasn't right, for police to, beat up an unarmed person. I'm pretty sure he would probably say that, considering that he also said in an interview that he actually voted for Jesse Ventura in 98 when he ran for governor of Minnesota. So I think the reason why he probably voted for Jesse was because they had the same kind of, thoughts on the issue. But remember, this is Mr. Perfect we're talking about, who is someone who, and I was thinking about this last night, talking it over with my guy, that, I think that Mr. Perfect was kind of like one of them rich people that gets everything they want, even though the person, Curt Hennig, was not like that at all. Curt had his own thoughts and feelings about things, current events and stuff, even politics. I think that, because of Jesse and him, the reason why he got into politics is because, someone told him to run, and Jesse was good. But right now, it is what it is. And I just think that, Curt's thoughts and feelings were different from Mr. Perfect's thoughts and feelings. But Curt played Mr. Perfect so well that, it's hard to tell where Mr. Perfect started and where Curt Hennig ended. So, and of course we have missed that day. I did record on February 10th with Kit and also with Angel, so I think that they had some good things, in store for me. They weren't going to let me, be sad that day. I'm sorry. I keep messing with my microphone. They were able to keep me laughing and keep me sane. I think some of the points that we touched on were pretty good. And we will be talking more because I do have, we are going to announce on this show as well as Angels that the first episode of Pro Wrestling Talk will be Saturday. It will be live and it will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Angel and I have decided that we're just going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to get it going, because we both wanted to start this podcast as soon as possible. Although, our schedules just didn't really line up until Saturday. So Saturday, 8 p.m., guys. I hope you guys will tune in. I'm really, really, really excited that, Angel and I are starting this podcast. It is called Pro Wrestling Talk, and it's really, really exciting that I get to be able to do this. So, if you will please tune in, it'll be, as far as I know, every Saturday at 8 p.m. Like I said, that's where our schedules kind of, meet up, because, we were going to do it Thursday, but I had something come up. So I said, how about Saturday? So, channel and, You know, a lot of my videos are getting great views. The one with Kit and Angel is up to 4408 in views, and I mean we haven't even peaked yet. Like I said, I have my first episode of Pro Wrestling Talk with Angel coming up this Saturday, guys. So this is February 14th. Like I said, it is Valentine's Day, so by the time you hear this, it won't be Valentine's Day. But I do want you guys to have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and, you know, if you can support me, please do so. I will, post all the links I have. So if you can, just, support me and support Angel, and I will be putting the first episode on, Pro Wrestling Talk on my show. So as soon as we're done recording it or having it live, if you can check it out live, check it out live. I'm pretty sure we're going to try to stay with Saturday nights as we go forward and have more episodes. So we're going to try to stay at, you know, Saturday nights at 8 o'clock, because I think that will probably suit us both pretty well. And like I said, all the links will be in the description field for everything, for Pro Wrestling Talk, for Angel, and for myself. And like I said, if you can support me on YouTube, support me on YouTube. If you can donate $1 a month, guys, I know it's asking a lot, but if you can, please, 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 give me, you know, just $1. You can support me on Locals now. I am on Locals. If you can do $2 for Locals, great. If you can do $1 for Patreon, you know, please, 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 guys, help me out here. Not asking for a lot, just $1 a month, if you can spare it. Like I said, I do have one Patreon supporter who's doing $1. So if he can do it, anyone can do it, I say. So, if you can, please donate today. And like I said, guys, nobody beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody.